Hello, I'm Jog, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Welcome to this bonus episode talking about the advanced classes. So the advanced classes can only be done upon hitting level 20, and assuming that you have the right stats, or close enough to the stats required, you could try and go for a class upgrade. So just like the other classes, these will all have different advantages, not only from what they will give you and their stat changes, but also what's the chance of actually increasing your stats upon leveling up. So if we start off with the hero. A master of combat, the hero has high strength and speed, requiring sword and axe skill, alongside giving you sword flare and vantage. The hero gives you an extra 30% chance to getting an HP upgrade, 10% to your strength, 10% to your speed, a -5 to your resistance, and a 5 to your charm. The Sword Master is a master in the way of the sword. This class can strike with speed and grace, giving you sword flare and sword crit plus 10. It has only a 25 in health, a 10 to your strength, a 20 to your speed, a -5 to your resistance, and a 5 to your charm. Comparing that to that of the Assassin, a killer who thrives in the shadows, the Assassin has excelled in speed and dexterity, giving you sword flare, lock touch, and stealth just like that of a thief. The Assassin has 20 the health, 20 the dex, 20 to speed, and that's it. So comparing that to, say, the Sword Master, it's up to you. Sword Master has that extra 10 to crit compared to the Assassin's lock touch and stealth abilities. Also, Sword Master only requires sword, whereas the Assassin requires sword and bow skill. The Sword Master does have the extra chance to get strength, whereas the Assassin gives you a lot better chance of getting dexterity. So it's up to you on what you think is more valuable in terms of a sword user. But moving down, we have the Fortress Knight. Trading speed for staying power, this heavy armored unit has staggering defense, giving them axe flare and weight -5. The Fortress Knight has a 30% chance of increasing your health gain, your chance of getting a health increase, 10 to your strength, but -10 to your speed, with the trade-off being that you get a 15% increase in defense and 5 in charm. The Paladin, an esteemed knight with a balance of high strength, defense, and resistance. This class can move again after taking certain actions, requiring lance and riding skill. Alongside Canto, Lance Failure, and Terrain Resistance. Nullifies damage from terrain. So if the terrain was going to give you any damage, yeah, it's not happening. So the Paladin is a 30 to HP, a 10 to Strength, a 5 to Dex, however, a -5 to your speed. But to counter that, you get a 5 in Luck, a 5 in Defense, a 5 in Resistance, and a 5 in Charm. They don't get anything in Magic, however. Now, moving down, we have the Wyvern Rider, an airborne knight with overall high stats, but a weakness to bows and magic. This class can move again after taking certain actions, requiring axe and flying skill. Having Canto and Axe Flare, the Wyvern Rider has 30 to health, 10 to strength, -5 to magic, 5 in defense, -5 in resistance, and 5 in charm. Kind of what I would say is a bit of the opposite of the Pegasus Knight, in the fact that it is very weak to magic. Well, weaker to magic compared to that of a Pegasus Knight. Up next, we got the Warrior. The Warrior is a versatile combatant, boasting high health and unmatched strength, requiring just axe skill, giving you axe flare and axe crit. Warrior has a 40% to your health, 15 to strength, but a -5 to magic and only a 5 to charm. So not a whole lot going for it, but if you want high health and high strength, the Warrior is your guy. Moving on to the Sniper, as a master of the bow with high dexterity who excels in taking enemies out from afar, requiring only bows, giving you bow flare and bow plus 1, essentially the same as the previous Archer class. The Sniper has a 10% to get health, a 5 to get strength, a 20 to dex, a 10 to luck, and a 5 to charm. So, mostly in it for the dex and that extra bow range. Moving down to the Grappler. A master of hand-to-hand combat, the Grappler mows down enemies with rapid blows, requiring just the brawling skill. giving you Fist Flare in unarmed combat. The Grappler has a 40 to health, a 10 to strength, a 10 to dex, a 10 to speed, and a 5 to charm. So high health with a decent chance of getting strength, dex, and speed, all things that I feel like the Grappler really wants. If they could get some resistance, that would be great, but beggars can't always be choosers. The Warlock, a black magic specialist. The Warlock decimates enemies with high physical defense, requiring only reason. Giving you black Tomfair and black magic uses ×2, doubling the amount of use for black magic, and giving +5 with the use of black magic. The Warlock gives you a 10 in health, a 10 in magic, a -5 in defense for a 5 in resistance, and a 5 in charm. Moving over to the Bishop, a white magic specialist. This versatile class can use magic to either heal or attack, requiring only faith. With white magic ×2, white magic healing +10, and terrain resistance. The Bishop is also 10 to health, 10 to magic, but 10 to luck, -5 defense for 5 resistance, and 10 charm. The Bishop honestly gets better stats growth than that of the Warlock. The issue being that the Warlock is meant for more attacking compared to the Bishop's more defense, I guess. And there is one more class. Yeah, there's supposed to be one more class, and I don't have it. It's called the Dark Bishop. I want to say it's essentially an upgrade to the Dark Mage. So maybe it only shows up if you mess with the Dark Mage. The Dark Bishop is a 10 in health, a 10 in magic, a -5 in defense, and a 5 in resistance. Again, just like the Warlock, but without the extra charm. I guess you can only unlock the Dark Bishop if you actually master the Dark Mage, is my assumption? I don't know. A little bit odd, but yeah, maybe only a very few select can actually do it, because you do need a Dark Seal to become a Dark Bishop. So, yes, I don't know why it's not showing up, but that is all of the advanced classes. There's also the special classes, but I'm not going to talk about them because they're related to the DLC, and we kind of got to see them in action beforehand. Some of them being only related to females. We got the Trickster, the War Cleric, the Dark Flyer, and the Valkyrie. But there's also one more, only to the guys. No. I thought the War Monk was, to the guys only. I guess not. Oh well. But yeah, you can just get a quick look at him. Trickster is a sword and face user, having Lock Touch, Stealth, and Lucky 7s. Each turn grants +5 to one of the following stats: Strength, Magic, Speed, Defense, Resistance, Hit, or Evasion. The War Cleric, requiring Brawling and Faith, with Fist Flare, unarmed combat, and healing. Allows you to cast Heal. If Heal is already available, then you get 2 uses of it. So it's not really, I guess it's not really much of a magic one. I guess it only gives you healing? I don't know, because it does say, it does say that it can use some magic. The Dark Flyer rides on an ebony Pegasus onto battle and wields magic effortlessly. Can move again after attacking, requiring reason and flying. Can move Kanto, Black Tomfair, and Transmute. If the unit hits with a magic attack during the enemy's phase, grants +3 to all stats until the next player phase ends. That sounds like a very powerful one, and I keep doing that. Sorry, the last one is Valkyrie, requiring reason and riding. This knight excels at the art of black magic. It can move again after combat. Giving you Kanto, so the ability to attack and move, black magic and dark magic range +1, meaning that they can hit from 1 to 3 tiles away with magic, as well as being able to run away. Oddly, a very useful class, if I do say so myself, at least from the sound of things. But yes, that's all of them. Until we get to level 30, we'll be able to get to the master classes, but that will be for a later time. So until then, so long, farewell. And let's see if Felix can get this, Swordmaster class or not. Wah, wah.